situation of the occupied Palestinian population has worsened exponentially, with the reality of apartheid becoming so obviously explicit as to now being recognized not only by South African and Palestinian victims of apartheid themselves, but by the broader international community, including both Israeli and international human rights organizations. Moreover, it is clear that Israel's illegal occupation is also being administered in breach of the prohibition of the crime of apartheid.
South Africa has stated categorically that the World Court cannot overlook the grim situation in Palestine. It says Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories must be declared illegal. Pretoria says it is a moral obligation not to be silent.
The Palestinian cause is one which resonates strongly with the people of South Africa. That is because the Palestinian struggle invokes mournful memories of our own struggle against apartheid, segregation and oppression. Ours is an experience aptly referred to by the United Nations Security Council in 1980 as a crime against the conscience and dignity of mankind.
In the present case, the aforementioned principles of international law require that Israel must bring an immediate, unconditional and complete end to the occupation in all its manifestations. This means that Israel must immediately cease its illegal settlement activities and all measures aimed at altering the character, status and demographic composition of the occupied Palestinian territories and dismantle illegal structures, including the settlements and the wall. Furthermore, it must immediately, unconditionally and totally withdraw its occupation forces from the occupied Palestinian territory.
One of the influential countries in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, has told the ICJ that Israel has flouted a number of UN resolutions and it should be held accountable.
Now here is this seen more clearly than in the number of legal settlers residing in the occupied Palestinian territory, which has grown from roughly 424,000 in 2004 to some 700,000 settlers today. Since 1967, far from engaging in negotiations, Israel has made it virtually impossible to establish a cohesive Palestinian state. It has done so by annexing more than 2 million dunams of land, building more than 279 illegal settlements throughout the West Bank, illegally annexing East Jerusalem and declaring Jerusalem as its undivided capital.
The World Court's host country, the Kingdom of Netherlands, further stressed that all people have a right to self-determination as per the United Nations Charter.
Prolonged occupation obstructs the implementation of the right of external self-determination of a people residing in the occupied territory concerned. In regard of, amongst others, peoples under foreign or alien occupation, the General Assembly reaffirmed in Resolution 45/130, and I quote, "The legitimacy of the struggle of peoples for independence, territorial integrity, national unity, and liberation from colonial domination, apartheid, and foreign occupation by all available means, including armed struggle." Unquote. If a struggle by a people for the implementation of its right of self-determination in the context of colonial domination or foreign occupation is accompanied by the use of armed force by such people, this use of armed force must be in accordance with international law.
Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel does not recognize the legitimacy of the proceedings of the ICJ, and he says this is part of infringing Israel's rights to self-defense against threats. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.